Hello, thank you so much for joining me today. I am Dr. Joshua Kolawole, and I want to present my innovation proposal and also going forward how I would continue to leverage opportunities in digital innovation to be able to drive transformation at Valdymas College of Advanced Studies and Digital Transformation. The first thing I would like to establish is that Valdymas runs an arm of the educational system in Africa where it's an A-level program where you used to secure admission into 200 level in the university upon successful completion of the advanced level program. So that's the backdrop. So the student gets enrolled for like between a year and 2 years. They get trained and then they get successful after writing a final exam, and then they progress to second year on the pursuit of academic journey, kind of. So the basic idea where I'm doing this is to drive choice, ownership, voice, and authenticity in learning for our students. We found out from observation after our engagement and discovery events that we hold with our alumni, we discovered that a couple of our students do not own their knowledge. We discovered that the knowledge gained from us while doing the training, a lot of them forget it. So we discuss this at a higher level where I have my dean, I have the administrators, the HODs, and even student representatives amongst the alumni and even current students. And we came to the opinion that encouraging students to build an e-portfolio is going to really help them. So after making this decision, I wrote this innovation plan that would help them by either using Google Document, WordPress, or Wix account, the free version as the case may be. And if they want to advance it going forward, they can turn it into their own personal website as the case is. So the motivation is to drive a significant, a superior learning environment for our students. And that's my goal. That's my passion. I want the student to have ownership of their knowledge. I want them to have a voice, the choice to choose what to learn, how to learn, on which platform they want to learn. All these are factors that would integrate together to ensure that whatever they learn from us is authentic enough for them to apply to their real world challenge. The application of those learning to be able to solving problem in their real world is actually the goal of transformational learning. And that's the idea that my innovation proposal is driving. And so I also worked on an implementation plan based on the project I have at hand for a 2-year period divided into 8 quarters, 4 quarters in year 1 and 4 in year 2. And what we did was to deep dive more to get more deep details about the root cause analysis in the first quarter of the first year so that we can understand what are the moving factors that can limit the embracing of digital solutions to ensuring that both our current and our ex-students embrace the learning process. So we're currently in the engagement and discovery phase, and the plan is to scale up into implementation. And in the process of implementing, the whole idea is for us to go ahead and ensure that we execute appropriately. So we have divided the implementation into the school leadership, the roles of the school leadership. It's in my implementation outline, actually, which is also on this blog post. And by the way, my e-portfolio account is jkolawole1.wordpress.com. So you can easily just look that up, and you would find both my innovation proposal plan, you will find my implementation plan, and you would also find alongside it, you would find what my plan is going forward to leverage opportunities in digital transformation to help students to become, to hone their knowledge, to own the content, or showcase the content, and then own learning as a whole. And then more importantly, like Harapnuik would say, to actually be able to use those learning to solve their real world problem, make meaningful connections with those learning, and then more practically improve themselves, turn themselves to a lifelong learner and an autodidact, quote and unquote. So that is the ultimate goal. But I want the leadership commitment. I would be functioning as the implementation manager and part of the leadership of Valdymas College of Advanced Studies and Digital Transformation. I would be working with my dean. I will be working with 5 administrators. Which also include the lead administrator for technology, IT team. And then I would also be working with the HODs, and then I'll be working with the teachers. We also have some contract teachers that comes and fill up and then we have full-time teachers that are actually on ground. So integrating this together, these are my functioning team, and I'm also trying to encourage them to understand the concept of choice, ownership, voice for the student, and then authentic learning applications. So one thing that we've done is we're trying to work with our vendor to bring our learning management system in-house, so that we have more control, more customization that we can do, leveraging on our digital transformation arm, which is able to build solutions quickly, and then with more customization for us, as against having to depend on a vendor system where we cannot really control the customization model. So I look forward to cooperation from my school administrators, my teachers, to embrace this digital move. I know we'd have some inertia, would have some initial concerns, but I believe if we work together, we will be able to solve it. And then we have inertia from students, because the cost of maintaining online presence, ensuring that they actually change their mindset from the usual teacher-focused ideal, listening to teacher, to now giving them the voice, and they don't appear disrespectful to the teachers. And then the teachers having to understand that the student would have more voice. It's now going to be a two-way communication, and they also need to understand and then align with the student and grow with the student. And for the teachers to also build their own e-portfolio system, so that it will serve as an excellent model for the student to learn from, and then to be able to work with the student in a form of personalized learning environment. Because my goal is not only to make it student-centered learning, student-owned, student choice, but also to personalize the learning towards the strength and the weaknesses of each student, where each teacher can support each student. Hence, if you now see, as I'm wrapping up now, how I want to continue to leverage a learning management system, virtual learning environment, to help improve learning for my student, my goal is to leverage this digital enhancement to ensure transformational learning, one, and then two, to ensure that we all identify every learning problem related to each student, and then address it, leveraging digital enhancement. Also to ensure we engage community of learners in discovery sessions, to understand what the challenges is, and then create a digitally oriented solutions that would help going forward. Then to discuss different teaching and learning models that are possible under the personalized and blended learning approach, to be able to help the student. Ultimately, to also define visions and goals that are related and digitally appropriate, and to support those goals, and then provide professional development from all the leaders, including myself and the teachers. As I take on my master's in educational leadership and applied digital learning, I also would love to foster school climate and culture that supports digital innovation to help learning, and most importantly, turn people into a learning mind, such that they embrace transformational learning even from the word go. And one crucial thing that I would love to say is that because we live in a digitally transformed generation, where things has to be flexible, agile, iterative, incremental, I would love to also leverage on every form of handheld devices, so that learning can be done anywhere they are. So I would love to leverage on all forms of handheld devices that can improve learning, and then ultimately make sure that we leverage the power of artificial intelligence, machine learning, big data, and so on, virtual reality, augmented reality, to make sure that we improve learning models for students, and so they can see visually, digitally, everything they need to grapple, and then put into application all these things, hone their own e-portfolio side. Both the school and the student would then benefit, because we can all showcase what our learning process is, and then we hone the stuff because it's our own ideas, our own ideal. We choose what to learn, how to learn, and then ultimately to help students to excel in every exams that they take going forward in life, not even limited to the program at Valdymas College. So that is the goal, that is the idea. Thank you so much for listening, and bye. I hope I am able to encourage you to let's put in all our commitment and energy into this. Thanks, and finally, bye.